Review. My name is Tambo, sometimes known as the TT. We are on Central News. You'll find us on YouTube. You'll find us on Facebook. You'll find us on Apple Podcasts. We are available on many of these platforms. And today, we have the pleasure of engaging with the provincial chairperson of the African National Congress Youth League in the Free State, provincial chairperson, Olani Tseletsele. Our conversation is set against the backdrop of the recent commemoration of Oliver Reginald Tambo's 107th birthday anniversary. Tambo, affectionately known as OR, was a visionary leader and a former president of the ANC who guided the organization through some of its most challenging years. His life and values, centered on unity, ethical leadership, and an unwavering commitment to justice, have left an indelible mark on South Africa's history. And today, as the ANC faces both internal and external pressures, we ask, how would Tambo view the ANC in its current state? What lessons can his life offer to young leaders within the ANC and beyond? And how does the ANC Youth League view the ongoing political developments, particularly in a time when unity within the party seems more critical than ever? And I'm sure that Zele would understand this because the ANC in the Free State seems to be undergoing very serious challenges of disunity. It may be from a perspective of an outsider, maybe from inside they don't say the same. But let's engage. Good morning, Kolani, and thank you for joining us this morning as we remember Oliver Tambo. Could you share what his legacy means to you personally and to the ANC Youth League in the Free State? And how do you think these values, his values, resonate with the young people of today?
Good morning to you, Tammy, and good morning to the viewers at home, comrades of the Youth League, and everyone who is watching today. I think it is safe to say, in accordance to what you have just alluded, that in fact the political developments of our country, in terms of its history as a whole, emanates from the actions and the work that has been done by the late president of the ANC, O.R. Tambo. I think at the time when Oliver became significantly involved in our struggle was around the 1940s, when they played a role in establishing the African National Congress Youth League. At the very same period, the ANC was a stage of lull, including the Youth League itself. It was not in existence. So O.R. Tambo played a twofold role, which is to rebuild the African National Congress as an organization, as well as to rebuild the African National Congress Youth League as a political home for the majority of the young people in our country. I think one of the key issues that we can learn from Oliver Tambo was his perseverance, commitment, honesty, and ethical leadership, but most importantly, to stick to the revolutionary morality of our organization, as well as to stick to the political program of action, which is to liberate the people of our country, and also to advance the ideals of the national liberation movement as a key leader in terms of transforming our own country. It was the same Oliver Tambo who played a significant role in ensuring that majority of the youth participate in the politics of their own country and in the politics of their own community. So it is safe to say that as a young person and a leader of the Youth League, it is important that we learn from that particular commitment that Oliver Tambo held. And that was a selfless commitment and not a selfish commitment.
There are leaders of the ANC who are fond of quoting Nelson Mandela when he said, when we are still alive, O.R. Tambo will never die. I think many of you continue to repeat that statement, that while you live, O.R. will also continue to live. And he will live, I suppose, in your actions. And through your eyes, if Oliver Tambo lives today, what do you think he sees in our current, economic, socio-economic landscape, as well as the political landscape of the country? What do you think Tambo sees? It seems that you are freezing again, and we have just lost Zele again. But we are talking about the recent commemoration of the life and times of our Tambo, who would have turned 107 years had he lived on the 27th of October this year. So the young people of the country are celebrating, in fact, the young people of the ANC Youth League are celebrating his life. And we're asking the provincial chairperson of the ANC Youth League in the province of the Free State to tell us about what they see as the current social, political landscape, the economic landscape in the country. And we will give him the opportunity to, go on from where we left off. You were saying, Zele, the current social and political landscape of the country through the eyes of our Tambo in you. What do you see it? Or maybe to make this better for you, Zele, because your connectivity is not great. Maybe you can switch off the video so that we can just hear you. Zele is struggling with his network. We understand he's from a very rural part of our country, part of our province. Is in the Harib district or the Harib district of the Free State, in the outskirts of the Free State. So therefore, he's struggling with his network. He had to drive from one town to the other in order to get better connectivity. Hopefully, sometime next year or earlier, later this year, he will be able to connect better, because I did speak to him once before on this program, where he said they are busy trying to install connectivity enhancing equipment in their area. So clearly, at this moment, that equipment is not working. We don't know if we'll be able to continue with this interview with Tere, but we'll try and reconnect with him again so that maybe he connects with us through just the audio and not video. It will be better now.